Hi there, Poke fans. I am your humblest Chozit fan, and you're watching Pokemon Gym Challenges. Now, technically today, we are going to attempt to get our next badge. But in doing so, we are first going to explore this wonderful town over here, or city. Oh, it says it's a city. Fort Tree City. But this is one of the most beautiful cities in all of Pokemon. So we're going to explore it a bit and do some side quests, including Steven's quest, in which we have to identify a Kecleon. Because that is the only way we are ever going to get down this ladder over here in order to get that TM that we saw just behind the tree over there, and be able to get to the gym itself. So we have to climb up this stairs first, or this ladder, and we're going to talk to as many people as we can, just to see if we can't discover any hidden stuff. And then we're going to talk to Steven over here, and he's going to help us identify the Kecleon. But first he's running away from us. I wonder if this woman is going to fight me. No, she's not. And technically I'm actually a little bit happy about that. No fighting within the borders of the city. What? I wonder what that blue flag is all about. Down there you see is the gym. Let's see if we can discover what this blue flag is all about. Or not. Maybe while I was playing this game I didn't realize that there was a blue flag over there on that building. Leave a comment in the comment section below if you know anything about that specific building and the blue flag and what that is all about. Now every single one of my Pokemon can learn a Rock Tomb. Now today somebody is going to learn it. And it looks like Rock is the lucky bugger to learn it. I'm not going to teach it to every single one of my Pokemon. And I do need a rock type attack on somebody. I mean, I need to be able to attack flying type Pokemon. And learning an electric type attack is a little bit out of the question. The best I can do is a rock type attack. The Rock Smash is already learned. Volt Switch, like you see, no one can learn Volt Switch. Secret Power, but that only creates a base, and it changes according to where I find myself if used in battle. Roar could be a good attack if I have Stealth Rocks. That'll defeat any flying team in quick order. But I need those same two attacks on at least two different Pokemon. Because when I'm setting up Stealth Rocks, she might be able to defeat the Setter Upper. And then I need someone else to do the roaring. Okay, this lady does fight me because I have gone beyond the limits of the city. It's a pretty middle-aged woman. Early middle age, I would say. And she starts with a Goldeen. Not the best team for me to encounter. Let's see if I can get it to flinch with a crunch. Or maybe a bite. I chickened out. I rather switch out to Torterra, who is slightly resistant to water types because of his grass typing. It goes for Water Pulse immediately. So if I didn't outspeed and it didn't flinch, then Goldeen was always going to kill me. Luckily it doesn't do all that much to Torterra, whereas that seed bomb does quite a significant amount. And we are only 4 levels higher. The Sea King is next. I think let's stay with the Torterra. Seed bomb should still do a significant amount of damage. And it is our only grass type attacking move. Leech Seed is an attacking move only in a passive way. And I don't want it to survive that many turns that Leech Seed becomes significant. Because the longer it survives, the more damage it can do to me. And I doubt that I could outmatch my healing with the damage I will be receiving from that seeking. I mean, if it didn't forget about it, it does have access to Peck, which is a significant consideration when you have a Torterra. On the other hand, it may also have Blizzard or Ice Beam or even Waterfall. All of those are significant considerations, some less so than others. Like the Waterfall will do a significant amount of damage, but the grass typing does save me a little bit over there, whereas any ice type attack, and I mean any ice type attack, will take out Torterra in a single attack, provided there's a sufficient level to the Pokemon doing it. I mean, even a Frost Breath will do a significant amount of damage to Torterra. Not necessarily take it out, but it will do a significant amount of damage. So I've defeated that guy over there. He had a Swablu, which luckily this time only has flying typing. So now we finally reach Steven. And did he give me a Mega Bracelet, or did I already have a Mega Bracelet? So now he's going to tell me about this chameleon Pokemon. And I have to fight it right now. He gave me the Self Scope already, or the Devon Scope. This is not a Self Scope, it's a Devon Scope. The Pokemon did not like the fact that I was able to see him. And now we are forced to fight Kecleon. Now, dealing with Kecleon is quite tricky, because you have to do different attacks, and because of its camouflage, or color change, it changes its typing based on the attack you did. So let's do a Sand Tomb now, because I did a rock attack previously. This should do a decent amount of damage, and it changes color again to ground type. Now it goes for a camouflage. What does that do? Oh, it transformed into a grass type. How wonderful. Let's do a Crunch. I mean, it's lost a significant amount of health already, so Crunch should take it out. And it does. Now, technically that is how you're supposed to deal with Kecleon, if you know about his gimmick. But as you will see later on when I face Kecleon again, I completely forget all about that, and I make life difficult for myself. But I now receive a Devon Scope from Steven over here, and I do need that Devon Scope in order to get by through the rest of this city over here, especially to get to that TM and to get to the gym, the flying gym. I hope I have enough Pokemon with the rock type attacks in order to deal with that gym, because it's going to be quite difficult. And Vibrava should evolve into a Flygon as soon as possible, because I don't know if Vibrava all by itself can do sufficient damage to defeat Altaria. All I have available is Dragon type attacks. I might have Ice type attacks on what is his name now? It's not Swampert yet, but you know who I mean. Okay, let's get down this set of stairs, and there you see we have another Kecleon over there, and I find myself a Nest Ball. In this team, the Nest Ball is not that useful. Okay, now let's fight this Kecleon over here. And I'm only fighting all of the Kecleon for experience. And it hates the fact that I can see it now, so it attacks me as well. Let's see how this goes. Let's go for a Rock Tomb again to force it into becoming a Rock type. And then you can do a Ground type attack again, because it is weak to Ground type attacks at the moment. Sand Tomb. Oh, come on. That's going to be a problem, especially if I keep missing. But at least that does take out the Kecleon. Now I need to find a way to heal up my Krokorok. That's the name I was looking for, before it faints. Now, is this the correct ladder to go up, or could I have just gone up the previous ladder? No, yeah, I think I may have been able, yes, I could have gone up the previous ladder. I'm just making life unnecessarily difficult for myself. And the healing is done. Why did I get onto the bike? Are there any berries that will help my situation? Because technically I am at a significant disadvantage against the flying team. None of my, or hardly any of my stab attacks will do anything to any of our Pokemon. My secondary stab is what's going to do the job for me. Okay, now I can go down here, expose this Kecleon over here, and then I can go around and go and collect that TM just behind the tree over there. Oh, that one just fled. That is kind of disappointing actually. Okay, how do I get there? Okay, so I have to go around the entire gym before I can get to this grass knot. Grass knot, I don't know if that's even remotely useful to me. Well, it's not useful in this specific gym, but it might have some value later on. But I already have a Torterra, so I don't know. Now I have to solve this puzzle over here. First up in this is Birdkeeper Jared. Or I almost said Jaran, but that's, you know, the A. So it is supposed to be Jared. I'm 99% sure of that. And of course I'm going with the Rock Tomb because that's the only rock type attack I have. And the only thing that'll hit Swallow, besides Bite and Crunch. So let me rephrase and say that's the only thing that can super effectively hit Swallow. Okay, now I'll go for a Crunch. And luckily I do manage to hit my hits, because I did go for evasion strats and Moxie builds. That is going to be something that I hope will actually help me out, because this Skarmory is going to be a bugger to deal with. Seeing as it is a steel type, it is slightly resistant to rock type attacks, which means I actually need my Camerupt in this battle over here. That is going to work very good against Skarmory. It is only laying down spikes. I don't know why it's doing that, because there's no way I'm switching out, and Skarmory is the last Pokemon of Jared. I am 90% sure of that. Crocodile goes to level 31. And Jared has been defeated, which means all of those spikes it's been laying out was useless. He threw the match. Now, if Skarmory was first, and he threw out all of those entry hazards, it might have been interesting, because he might have had something like Whirlwind that will force me to switch out my Pokemon. On his Swellow, the Swablu is next. And as I said, this is still just a flying and normal type, so Rock Tomb should still take it out in a very few attacks. This time it's only one attack, so I'm really happy about that. Picnicker. Why is a Picnicker in here? I thought it's only for flying trainers. Granted, you only had flying Pokemon, but I thought that would be a bird keeper, not a beekeeper. Beekeeping is for the bug type challenge. Okay, that doesn't really help me very much. Winona. Okay, Winona is a gym leader. Camper Terror. A Picnicker and a Camper. What on earth is these class types? The Rock Tomb should still work, because that is still a bird, or a flying type at least. And even though it just about did it, it still took out that Dodio in a single attack. Okay, Pelipper is next. Now that is a bugger to deal with, because it's a water type. Rock Tomb will still do a significant amount of damage, much more than it did against Skarmory. But as you see over there, Pelipper still survives, and it goes for Roost. Roost does cause it to lose its flying type, which means I should have gone with Earthquake right there, but I didn't. But it still also had some sort of immunity afforded to it somehow. I don't know, I missed that. So as always, if you want to read any of the dialogue, feel free to pause the video at any moment when the dialogue goes by too fast for you to read. Assuming you actually read the dialogue and you're not just like me, just trying to get through the game. Okay, that is... Okay, how does this work? Anyway, I didn't want to dodge you. Why do you look away the moment I pass through you or by you? Birdkeeper Will. Finally we have a proper class member over here. And he has a Dodrio. Our levels are kind of similar. He's one level higher, but I should have the advantage. Probably not going to take it out in a single attack, and I don't. I get a critical hit, and its speed does lower. Okay, let's go for a crunch to just finish off this Dodio, which literally survived on 1 HP, may I say. Okay, now Cockrock also grows to level 32 and wants to learn Dig. Should I learn Dig? Yes, I should learn Dig. It's much better than Sand Tomb. I'm fairly sure about that. Okay, that's an 80 base power. Sand Tomb is a 35 base power. So that is definitely a much better attack to have. Earthquake will be even more better. More better. Look at the very nice English I'm speaking over here. One wouldn't even guess that it is my second language. And I'm being sarcastic over there, if you didn't catch that. Okay, how do I... Okay, I can't get through there. Well, not like that. So I have to go past there, then I have to fight him. Oh, come on, why didn't you see me? I specifically passed to that area while you were watching. On the other hand, it's a good thing you didn't see me, because if you stood right there, I would not have been able to actuate this door. He also has a, he goes for Protect, the bloody stupid Pelipper. And Protect is a priority move. That means that I'll probably have to go out and heal up my Cockrock before I face Venona, because I won't have any peepees, or I won't have enough peepees left to fight her. Let's see if I can get a flinch. It goes for another roost. I wonder if I will remember about trying an Earthquake while it is roosting. No, I don't. But it's a good thing, because that would have been a waste of a Dig. That's why I didn't do it, because Dig is a 2-turn move and it would no longer be roosting by the time I attacked. This is going to make life difficult for me. The bugger. Let's do a bite. That did a significant amount of damage. Let's go for another bite, because it's going to keep roosting and I have to stall out of all of these roosts. It goes for a Protect, so it is stalling me out. The bugger. Finally I get the flinch I was looking for. And now I can take out this Pelipper. Stupid Pelipper. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Please consider subscribing to the channel, leaving a like and sharing it with your friends. Thank you and goodbye.